America. I love it. We're farming. We're farming.
Hey guys, how's it going? Wade Mitch here. Today we are back on Marxville, Wisconsin, the big dairy farm here, and today we are going to be mucking out the cows. So it's been about a year on the farm here since we really did this in depth, but now that we have everything planted, we got some of our first cut hay done. I figured now's a good time, since we have some downtime, to get those cleaned up because they've been sitting all winter, and we're going to clean them out, get some new straw in, and probably get rid of this pile of gravel. But anyways, today we are going to be exchanging a piece of equipment. We're actually going to be selling this to the Old Iron Dairy Farm because they need a manure spreader and we need to upgrade. So with that, we're going to be getting the old HS here. It's not too old, but we've used it a lot. We're going to be getting this out of here, and we're going to be bringing in a pretty big upgrade. You guys are going to see this in a second. It's supposed to be getting dropped off in the yard here any second now, so let's go ahead, get the Magnum hook up to this. We'll get it out of the way and wait for the new spreader. Alright, so the 7110 is still on the mixer. Alright, let's get this fired up. We're just going to drop the mixer here. It's out of the way enough. And then let's get it in gear. There we go. Now, the one issue is I don't know if the Magnum is going to be able to pull this. We might have to do a little bit of looking into it. We bought it already, but we might just have to switch up what our manure spreader tractor is, which is fine. Because, I mean, with this tractor, we can still run it on the mixer and the straw blower, and it's basically just going to be our feedlot tractor. I mean, it's a base model. We didn't pay a whole ton for this. We got it used, but we're going to get this just out of the way. Ugh. And we're going to hook it probably up to one of our pickups to haul it. We didn't hire a driver to take it, so we got to take this out ourselves. We'll bring it here to be sprayed off a little bit so we don't get the road all messy, but I think that's good. So let's go ahead and put the Magnum back in the shed over here, and we'll be waiting for the new mixer to show up. And I think you guys are really gonna like it. It's definitely pretty unique from what we've used before. I don't think I've ever had a manure spreader this big, so yep. I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so we're just putting the mixer away here, and we just got off the phone with the store, the dealer, and they said that the spreader takes 150 to pull, and this Magnum has 155. So I think we're gonna try it. Let's drop the mixer off here, and let's go ahead. They said they were almost here, so let's see if they're here. Let's pull down, oh, there it is. They pulled it here with a pickup truck. That thing had to be struggling, but as you guys can see, what we have here is a brand new MEYER manure spreader. It is a 9624 Crop Pro. It ran us about a little under 70. I think it was like 65 grand. And we got about 15 for the trade-in value on the old spreader, and that went over to the other farm. So yeah, I mean, here it is. This thing is, like I said, I was saying, it's a big upgrade. I think it's got vertical beaters, right? Oh, it's not even, oh no, so it's got horizontal beaters, but it has these kind of side-to-side spreaders that'll kind of flick it out there. It's got plenty of warnings, but I mean, this thing is pretty nice. Let's go ahead. Let's pull it off the dealer truck here. I don't know where he went. He must be using the bathroom, but he's taking too long. Let's turn this truck off for him. So yeah, we're gonna see if the Magnum can pull this thing. If not, I think we can throw it on the MX in there. But for now, this looks pretty good. It might be a little big, but this 7110, even though it's kind of our chore tractor, it's still a pretty big tractor, so I don't think we're gonna have too many issues. At least on this flat stuff, if we get to hauling manure up the hill, we're definitely going to throw the 8R or the 70 or the MX on it, because if we're going up that hill, we're just going to be not having a good time. Let's see, I can get it through the mud here. We might want to put some front weights on it. That's about all I can think of here. But hopefully this runs all right. You know what? I'm going to have to get a scoop down there, I think, because that pile of manure is kind of in the way. Let's pull it back out. But, yeah, I mean, here it is. This thing is pretty much top of the line. We got a steer axle on our solid spreader, which is crazy. Going from that little HS to this is... I'm not saying the HNS was bad, but this thing is pretty nifty. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead. We're going to go find the skid steer, because we have no idea where it's at. I thought I left it in here somewhere. But it might have been out stacking bales. Who knows? So I'm going to go find the skid steer, and once we get that, we're going to get the bucket hooked up and start loading some manure. Alright, we found it. It's in the shop. It's got the pallets on it. Now the next quest is finding the bucket, and that I do not know. We're going to try to... Okay, hit the 8R. We're just going to leave the forks on. That. Try not to scratch everything up. Alright. So, next quest, we gotta find the bucket. I thought I was gonna leave him out here, but apparently I didn't. So, yeah. Be back again. Alright, so, apparently we sold our bucket. So we just had to shell out $4,000 for a new one, but that's fine. It holds quite a bit. Now, what we might end up doing... So we have a lot of manure here, and I forgot we do have the front loader on the 8000 series, so maybe we get that hooked up. But for the stuff around here that is like this down in the bunker and inside the sheds, we're going to have to use this. I think it'll fit going over. This is the only concern. Oh, it does. So I'm glad we didn't get the wall extensions, because there was an option on these shredders for wall extensions that go all the way up to the guard in the back there, but I honestly think that this looks better. But geez, this mud is thick. So yeah, we didn't end up going with that though, obviously. I'm kind of glad. But we really, honestly, we didn't need that much capacity. Oh, Jesus, get out of this mud. Ooh, look at that. That stuff is thick. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, we're going to load it from this side to get a little better stable ground. And we can use the high tip on this, I think. Yep. Alright, there we go. So there's that. Now let's see if we can get this. Oh, get through the mud. Come on. I love that we have mud physics now. I mean, that is not easy to get through. Oh, gotta put the bucket down to get out. Let's open that, and let's see. I think that we had actually cleared this barn out a couple weeks ago. Not saying there's no manure left in here, but I think if we run along here, we're just going to pick up little bits and pieces. We're getting a good bit. Not a ton, but 56%. I think that was it. We just had a little bits and pieces along there, because I'm not seeing anything else going in that bucket. So for now, let's go ahead, power this off. We can get the manure spreader backed up in here, and we're going to go grab the 8000 series, and then once we do that, we can start scooping up this really big pile right here. We just got to get it through the mud, because this stuff is thick, dude. Come on. Alright. We're going to stay in our ruts here, where it's all compacted and not slippery. Oh man, I'm scratching the new spreader back there, aren't I? I gotta get used to these steer axles, because we go. Get down in there. Well, ooh. That didn't look too good. Let's pull up a little bit. Our hitch is a little low on here. There we go. Alright, well, now that we tore all the mud up, let's run over into the shop here. The trailers are good. There it is. Let's hop in the 8010. I love the sound of this thing. Listen to it purr. And we'll just bring her around here. Alright, so you know what? We just got around here and I realized that none of our front loader buckets are really big enough. All of the skid steer buckets are questionably more, they hold more, and I was looking at it and it's just, you know, we're going to go with the skid steer, so we're going to go hop in the barn here. We're going to actually buy a new bucket though. I know we just bought one, but looking here, I mean, we have this HD shovel. Do we want the teeth? I don't think we want the teeth on that concrete, but with that, and we got a lot of new stuff. So, if we're gonna go ahead and pick a bucket here, I think we're just gonna run this one right here, and we're gonna get it straight black. There we go. And I'm debating something. We paid $59,000 for that cat, but we have the option to go with the teleskid. You guys know I love these, but I don't think right now is the best time. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and hop in the cat here. So, wait, this looks different. Oh, would you look at that? It just turned into a JCB. Who'd have thought that would have happened? Oh man, well, that's nice. Anyways, yeah, I like the JCB a lot better. And this high lift, the new bucket, it's just, you know, I like it more. That's about all there is to it. We can have the telescopic boom go out. We can load this a lot. Oh my. Okay, that is a little heavy. Maybe the JCB is not gonna like this? Because when we, ooh. Maybe this bucket's not a good idea. I don't know why we don't have any front loader buckets that big. I'm gonna go up really slow. That's our tip point right there. We're gonna have to get some weights on this thing, but I mean that works. Not great. I have to see if JCB sells weights. I'd like that, you know. What? Yeah, I'd like to obviously get a front loader bucket that holds enough so we don't have to get to the point where we're tipping. If I fill it to like 3,000 right here, that's doable. It's doable as I flip over. Oh man. But yeah, we're just gonna keep unloading here. Get this loaded up, go throw some manure, and hopefully get to spreading some new straw here pretty soon. So I hope you guys are enjoying the video. This should be, if everything goes okay, 2 days in a row with an upload. We're gonna cut it off at 2,500 there. Yeah. But yeah, I'm aiming for 4 videos this week at least, but I'm gonna try to do more. I'm aiming to have a really good month here. Oh my goodness. I'm aiming for a really good month here in June. Is that just going under it? Hold on, guys. Well, yeah, I hope you guys are liking the video so far. Apologies for this, but I'll be back with you guys when we have this thing almost full. Alright, so as you guys can see, we're getting to the bottom of the pile here. We actually ran a few runs to scrape out the barn, and this thing has got quite the pile on it. So we did back it up a little bit so we can load the front, and we just been having to, oh jeez, we've been having to watch what's going on. See, that is going in. So that's good. I start dumping this more and more. But see, at the end there, a little goes on the ground. So We just gotta go slow. If we're filling it too fast, is when we get some spilling over. So, get out of the way, cows. And let's see. That should be all the manure out of this barn. I think the other ones are relatively clean. Like I said, I kind of worked on this on my own time a little bit before the video. Please fill. Yes. There we go. And I think it's full. So, let's go ahead and grab a thumbnail, obviously. I think this could stay there for that purpose. Yep, full. 20,000 liters. That holds, I think... so HNS held 430 bushels, which I think was around 13,000 liters, right? 16. So it holds a little more. Definitely the spreading width is going to be nice, though. But we're going to go ahead and obviously get our thumbnail, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, and we had a save game corruption, because that barn was not red before. So we're going to have to fix that. But anyways, let's go ahead and see how this thing pulls. First, we got to figure out what we're spreading, though. We didn't really think this through. Now, I think we can get this to go pretty light. We could throw it on something on here. Maybe that grass right here. Because obviously that's got a couple months of growing left. I think there. It's the only spot I can think to put it. Unless we go like on a fully grown field. But I think it'll be more beneficial right over here. And it seems like the case here is pulling it pretty well. Now, we don't really have a good way to cross. We're just going to cross the stream right here. Ooh. We definitely got to fill this in a little bit, because that is not a fun bump to go over. Alright, let's go ahead, unfold it. See, the gate goes up here. Alright, let's make sure this all looks good. And see, that goes up. It looks like these just throw the manure down into these, and it just throws it sideways. I don't know. Looks like this might open up. I don't see anything. Well, let's go ahead and kick it on. Oh yeah, look at that. That thing spreads wide. See it out there. Alright, so now that we're all good and set here, we're just going to get spread. So, the one thing I'm noticing is this does run through the manure pretty quick, but we do get a lot of manure on the farm, and, you know, that shouldn't be big of a deal. It looks like, let's pause this, and let's make sure we're actually getting some fertilizer down. Let's see, we're on the grass. Oh, we're not actually getting fertilizer out of this, so... Huh. That is... Oh, no, we are. Okay. I lied. Let's go ahead and just keep going then, because if we weren't getting fertilizer, we're about to just go to another field, but we're good. I was a little worried for a second. But you can see we got a really good working with back there. I'll just run with this for a while, because... I mean, you'll see here, I think we can get down and maybe halfway back, but this is a pretty long field, so we'll just have to see. Hopefully we can get at least all the way down or close to it. But this is a really good looking spreader too. This is from BSL Modding, if you guys are wondering. It's on his Patreon. It's definitely worth getting. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. And we can see it here. Look how cool these fields look. I love that we did this. I love that it's coming out good. Like this grass is pretty close to ready. Some of these crops are starting to get here. You can see our corn here is looking good. Got 2 or 3 corn fields. We got some oats here to the left and past the corn, and then we got some beans in there, in between the oats and the corn. I gotta keep it straight here. It's kind of going crooked. Man, this is only some deer running through the field. Get out of the corn. Get out. Get out of my fields in general. We'll have to bring in Bring in a sprayer soon, because those fields need some fertilizer, some lime probably, a lot of stuff. So yeah, we're about 50%. I think we'll get a little bit way back, but probably not much more than that. And what it's looking like is we're going to have to kind of feed the cows here in another video, because we're already at 20 minutes here. If you made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. Just make sure to stay tuned for the last little bit. I'll kind of give my thoughts on the manure spreader, which right now I think going pretty good. This obviously was a lot more expensive than the HNS was. Our HNS we paid, what, like, say 24? 16? Forget. But our HNS was nowhere near this expensive, but it also did nowhere near as much as this is going to do. With the HNS, the manure spreading just kind of felt like a task. This, it's doable. Holds more, it goes longer, it spreads wider. Like this spreads so much more evenly. With that rear spreader, it kind of just throws it out sometimes. We'll get big puddles of manure on the ground. This, you can see how evenly it spreads it out. We're doing more with it. We're not clumping it up. We're not killing anything under it. That's why we're able to spread it on this grass. Just because how nice and even it throws it. Just one of the main reasons we got this. Just because, I mean, you guys know how it is to like a vertical spreader. It's hard. It's fine if we were throwing it on something we were like chiseling up, but this is, we can just throw it on anything really. It spreads just about as even as our slurry tanker does, which reminds me we have to run some slurry too here pretty soon. And apologies for moving this camera around. We just gotta kind of keep an eye on what's going on. Oh, look at that steering axle go. Yeah, you can see. We got this whole width of the field covered when we get this second pass done. It's looking pretty sharp. These deer are everywhere. Yeah, well, we got all the way down once, and with the second load, another 20,000 liters here, which I'm sure we have somewhere. We can probably finish the rest of this up, because it's about it right there. Yep, there it is. Let's see, we're getting all dirty here. Looks like it's weird. Our hoses kind of turned gray. I think that's a mod issue. I don't think that's supposed to happen, but it looks like it's holding up pretty good. I don't like how this paint is chipping. I don't like how the hoses turn gray. We'll try not to make this a mod review. But yeah, there it is. There's our new MEYER crop row spreader. Gotta bring this gate down. There we go. Yeah, well, I honestly like it quite a bit. We've been talking here for a bit. I think it'll be worth the money here in the long run. I hope you guys like it. It's fun to use. But anyways, that is all for me today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure to share with your friends if you think they'll like it. See you guys hopefully tomorrow. Peace out.